अस्सलाम वालेकुम मौजूद सामीन ग्रामी। इस वक्त भारतीय इंटरनेशनल की वेबसाइट और सोशल मीडिया पेजेस से हाजिर खिदमत हूं। और इस लाइव ट्रांसमिशन के जो मकसद है कोविड-19 कोरोना वायरस के हवाले से हम डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं। दुनिया भर से आज मुख्तलिफ मेहमानान ग्रामी इस लाइव ट्रांसमिशन का हिस्सा हैं। कतर से मिस्टर फरहान अल शेख अल सईद ने हमें ज्वाइन किया है इस लाइव ट्रांसमिशन में। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका से मिस रेबी हमारे साथ हैं। इंडोनेशिया से मिस्टर हैंड्रा हमारे साथ हैं। श्रीलंका से मिस प्रिया हमारे साथ हैं। और यूनाइटेड किंगडम से आज की इस लाइव ट्रांसमिशन की जो को होस्ट हैं मिस ईर्षा मलिक इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगी। इस ट्रांसमिशन का जो मकसद था वार्सी इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के इस प्लेटफॉर्म से हम डिफरेंट रीजन्स का उनका जो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है हम इस लाइव ट्रांसमिशन के जरिए दिखा सकें। और अब हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे। और कनाडा से हमें मिस फराह गुलजार ने भी हमें ज्वाइन किया है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मिस ईर्षा मलिक।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम। कैसे हैं आप?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, आप खैरियत से हैं?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
जी मिस ईर्षा, मैं चाहूँगा आप जो हमारे साथ मेहमान मौजूद हैं स्टेप बाय स्टेप आप सबसे कन्वर्सेशन करें। और अब आप लेके चलें उस ट्रांसमिशन को।
थैंक यू। हेलो, हाय मिस्टर फरहान।
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you very much.
That's good. That's good. Happy Ramadan Mubarak to you.
To us all, thank you.
So, how are things with COVID-19 going in your country at the moment, Qatar?
I think globally, not just in Qatar, I think we are into few months in COVID-19, and I think Qatar is doing well for the time we have spent with the coronavirus. The numbers are still on the rise in Qatar, but the government is doing lots of tests every day and creating zones, and so that it can eventually try to open the markets in the future. So just like the world, like in Europe, the gradual opening of the markets. Hopefully, inshallah, in Qatar also they might open the markets eventually.
I think it's coming to that
with social distancing. Sorry, with social distancing.
Distancing. I have a friend in Doha, and she was telling me they've managed it really well in Qatar.
It's a small country. It's a small. I wouldn't say a small population for the capital city. We have around 2.5 million people in the city of Doha. So considering that, yes, I think they managed well. The only thing was we have a tremendous number of workers helping us to build for the FIFA World Cup 2022, which will be hosted in 2022. So we have huge projects, building of stadiums, infrastructure, metro, and all these projects we have. So that's brought in a lot of workers. So that has actually created those numbers of coronavirus because of the number of workers we have. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's escalated it. But I think so now it's moved to 2022, has it?
It has always been 2022. Yes, the Olympics was this year in 2020 in Japan, which was moved to 2021 in Tokyo. Yes. So I feel very bad for our brothers from Japan that they had to postpone it to 2021, which they were supposed to have it this year.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole world, I think we've devoted this year 2020 to Allah. We've just given it to Allah. This year was totally dedicated for Allah. Although all our lives are dedicated to Allah, but this year specifically, we've just given it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy what everyone is going through, starting from children who have stopped going to school to lots of people, private companies who stopped working, people who have retail businesses are shut down. people who have restaurants, they can't sell it. Takeaways, they are doing only deliveries. So this things have changed. There's shifts in the market. Just what is gone in normal business is the supermarkets are all open all time. So my thinking about it is if we can open supermarkets all the time during the coronavirus or COVID-19, why can't we open everything else? We are trying to wear a mask, gloves, and have social distancing at the counters and all the around the aisles. Why can't we do it everywhere else? And we have to get used to it and open up the markets, because what if this situation goes for another 6 months? We're not going to open?
True. I think what they're trying to do is each government is trying to introduce it slowly. They're trying to slowly introduce everything, and then hopefully then we'll be back. We won't be back to normal for a while, but let's see, inshallah. So
because it's a big risk some governments are taking, which they're opening up the markets. If that is what we're thinking about, they're opening up the markets when the cases are really rising fast in some countries. They're still on the rise, but they are taking a chance, just like I said, that you have to take a chance to open up, because the governments cannot take responsibility of bankruptcies in the future with giants going bankrupt.
So God help us. God help us all.
Definitely.
We've got Debbie Oman here. Mm-hmm. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, nice to see you.
How are you?
Or hear you. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? I'm feeling some disagreement coming on.
I'm good, thank you. How are things with you then in the USA?
For me personally, it's fine. It's difficult in the United States as far as the virus goes. Unfortunately, the instruction has been very contradictory and confusing for people. People don't really understand a lot of details health-wise and who it's benefiting, and whether or not it's just an ethical and a moral issue, or if it's, not putting other people at risk. There's a lot of details I can get into depending on where we're going with this. Yeah.
I think the whole world at the moment feels we don't know whether we're coming or going. We don't know if the virus really that contagious. Can it really be caught from 2 meters away? This is, I think, until they don't open everything back up again, we're not really going to know where the loopholes are properly.
Can you clarify what you're saying? Because I'm not sure I agree with that, please.
Yeah, I said until they don't start opening things up into the market now, everything doesn't start to open up. We're not really find out what is exactly going on now.
I disagree. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're saying. I feel we know what's going on. The research shows what's going on. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, going on in the sense that how much damage is really done and how much will continue, and how are we going to wrap this up? Yeah, in that term.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot. Yeah. I have a lot to say. I won't dominate though when you want me to talk.
So, I mean, I know that COVID-19 has taken America, USA by in a really bad state. So, what are the what is everything looking like? I mean, what were the figures like today?
Okay, I don't know the specific figures. First of all, I know it's spreading extremely quickly in the United States. I'm out of Wisconsin, in the middle of the United States, in Milwaukee, not exactly inside the city, but near Milwaukee. It's spreading very quickly. It's very disturbing. They're finally getting out more tests, I believe. So it's hard to know whether what's happening. They said there's a lot of, like in one day, it was something like 630 more positive tests. So what my friend said to me, does that mean or my client said to me, that's terrible. And I said, well, I don't know. They could just be testing more and more aware of who's having it. So I don't know what these numbers mean.
Testing more doesn't mean, obviously, more numbers. Yeah, true.
Right. It's hard to assess exactly what is going on. For me, I do know, though, that businesses are opening, getting the okay in certain states. And that's tricky. I feel it's too soon. I truly do. It's difficult for people because people are depressed and stuff, but you can connect through Zoom. There are ways to connect deeper.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. People have found other ways of connection now.
Yeah,
The one
support.
coordinated way, yeah.
They need the guidance and the support because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. So hi, Miss Siriram. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are things with you and your country going with the COVID-19?
Yeah, in Sri Lanka, that as of now, that there are 762 COVID-19 confirmed cases in Sri Lanka,
Okay.
and the number of recovered people has risen up as 213 as of today. And also that unfortunately that yesterday and today we have experienced 2 death cases, and altogether the number of death is 9 in Sri Lanka.
Right. So that's been controlled. It's well in control there then.
Yeah, we hope so, but I mean, as of in other countries, in Sri Lanka also, that we are not much sure about the control of COVID-19.
Yeah, of course, because it's obviously it was a very new thing to everyone, and each
Yeah.
country behind each other. So we won't find out until I don't know how long, how much
Yeah.
damage really had everywhere.
Yeah, that and then I mean that at present that people don't experience the symptoms that we identify at the, I mean, that usual symptoms, so that we can't, I mean, that we are experiencing number of deaths and we do not know why they died.
Yeah, I had a friend yesterday who called me and she said her uncle passed away, and it was literally in 2 days. He got the symptoms in 2 days. He got
Yeah.
breathless, and they took him to hospital, and that's it. He died. So, and I think there's silent symptoms coming up as well, because you not definite. I think that you could be getting everything, a cough, a fever, everything. I think
Yeah.
maybe you have one symptom and that's it. You could even go. Well, I hope for Allah's mercy on everyone at this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
That
We have
we
Mr.
also do believe in God.
Oh yeah, of course. God is there.
Yes.
He is there all the time. Hi, Mr. Hendra.
Oh,
Mr.
hi,
Hendra,
Malik.
how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How's things with you, and how's things in your country going?
Yeah, actually, Indonesia now, according to the numbers, we have 12,000 confirmed positive for coronavirus, and we already have more than 800 victims by death. And I want to inform you also, and also others about Indonesian situation is because we have different start for lockdown or social distancing or physical distancing applying by every province.
Okay.
And for example, now we just started from the West Java, for example, but other rest also still start soonest, meaning according to the nation, we can have maybe longer. And also
Right.
regarding, yeah, Indonesia also has something special cultural compared to others country. We have a culture so-called back home. During the Ramadan, everybody back to their village, back to their origin, meaning they are moving from the big cities. Maybe they are confirmed or suspect. They bring to their homes and maybe this contact is to the others. Now they are growing. I mean, now we just heard from the village also have some confirmed. Uh,
Oh, confirmed cases.
so,
Yeah, it is growing. It is,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. So
So
that's why, yeah,
yeah, true, it is. And slowly, of course, to it's it's like it's rooting out now, isn't it? It's just spreading where it didn't get to. It's going to go to those little rural areas as well now, and into the villages where they weren't hit before. Now they're hitting. So we just hope for the best now, and it's becoming a bit difficult with the lockdown now everywhere too now, who have been in lockdown for 6 to 7 weeks. They're finding it quite difficult now, adapting ways and how are we going to get out of this, but in a nice slow phase. The government in the UK have introduced, they are introducing a few ways that how we're going to come out of this and how we will adapt back to our normal lifestyle, but it'll all be gradual. It's all going to be done gradually, and testing is going to be done all the time.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's just hope. We can only hope now, and basically listen to our government, whatever they want us to do. The best is that. And so, how's Ramadan in your country, Mr. Farhan Sheikh?
Like I said, it's very unusual because we are in COVID-19 and with everything shut. Because during Ramadan, and just like probably in Indonesia or in Pakistan or other parts of the world, especially the Muslim countries, we would find restaurants, and after the prayers, the last prayer, the Taraweeh, you have lots of restaurants open. People go out, meet their friends. People invite people for iftar dinners and the late night dinners, maybe suhoor dinners. Everything has stopped, so it just puts people off, like they can't socialize.
Yeah.
That's the most important part of your life, is socializing, which is very it's very healthy. My friend Debbie would agree with me. It's very important to socialize, have a coffee, and meet people, meet your neighbors and friends. Now the COVID-19 is asking you, do not meet your friends. Don't visit your friend Hendra. Don't visit your friend Debbie. It just puts you off. So I'm happy that I'm lucky that I can meet you all through this webinar.
Yeah.
Absolutely, this is our new approach to life now.
Absolutely.
Virtual.
Absolutely.
So, can you give me would you like to tell me a bit about the cultural background? What's your cultural background in Qatar?
I think if you say cultural background, Islam is the culture of the country, and we are part of the Arabian Peninsula, so it's very historically. And plus we are oil and gas, one of the largest suppliers of LNG in the world. So, and Qatar is hosting the office for the gas exporting countries. The headquarters is in Qatar, and I would say Qatar or Doha, the capital city of Qatar, is a sports capital of Asia, I would say, because we are hosting most of the important sporting events in the world. Last year we had the World Athletic Championships. The one before that was in London, the Athletic Championship. Last year was in Qatar. And we have the FIFA World Cup in 2022, which has it's on it's a headline in every country, I'm sure. It's most watched sport in the world.
That's great, lovely. Just got Farah Gulzar on. Hi, Farah.
Oh.
Hi, Farah. She can't hear me. She can't hear me. So let's ask a bit of from Hendra. How would you say how's everything going with the cultural background? Give us a bit more information into Indonesia. How's Ramadan there? And what kind of special food?
Indonesia, like others. Yeah. During Ramadan, we're supposed to eat anything after iftar, for iftar, and it is good in socializing during Ramadan. Every neighbor also bring to others, and then give the iftar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. And we are enjoying our original food because this is very big. So somebody married with others with the cultural, so it's become rich of culture itself. So I myself also with my wife is different cultural background. So we mix it others and we bring food. We created food, so it's really enjoyable. Also, our neighbor also bring. I send also all the food to others. So meaning it
Okay,
is
that's
very doing.
Sorry, I have a
lovely.
question for Brother Hendra. Brother Hendra, how many languages are there in Indonesia?
Well, it's more than 600.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
How do you
but
all
now it's
connect?
on.
600 languages.
Sometimes we don't understand each other. If they speak by native language.
I don't think any of us do.
Okay, Debbie, so what would you say there? What's the favorite food of USA?
Oh gosh. I would say
what's the most loved
your favorite food or my favorite food?
Well,
it's
you
100% different.
Your favorite food, obviously.
Well, I'm going to start with the favorite food is probably like pizza, maybe. That's a common food that people eat, spaghetti, pizza, things like that. My favorite foods, though, are intercultural. I love yeah. I love international stuff. So I'm a little.
I guess the fast food's always a big thing everywhere, and I know in the USA it's a very fast.
It's a big problem. Yeah.
Everyone's eating fast food, I think, everywhere.
Well, I'm trying to bring the healthy, tasty, healthy fast foods to people because you can do that. Yeah, it's a big problem. It's a big problem.
So
it makes them susceptible.
Down that home meals, no fast food. We're becoming healthy but fat. So we're actually. I said we're
breaking
trying
up.
to eat healthy. Can you hear me?
Trying to eat healthy, sort of, kind of in and out.
Yeah. So at the same time, the balance is being kind of not
balance
right,
is a big word I use. Yeah.
So, Siri,
I sort of hear you.
I'm fine.
How's Ramadan been experienced in Sri Lanka then?
In Sri Lanka, that usually we can see, that small shops and textiles all around the cities and everywhere. But nowadays, everything is closed, and we can only see, that some retail shops and some, some shops in which they sell vegetables. So it is, it's very dull in our language. That they are celebrating their. Sorry.
Do you get a lot of people fasting there? A lot of Muslims in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that Sri Lanka is a multicultural country. So we have Buddhist people, Hindu people, Islam people, and Christian people. So that, but anyway, we celebrate all the festivals despite of the cultural differences. So that though it is Ramadan, that we also take part in the iftar, and we also taste that that in Sri Lanka we call that as that nonbu kanji.
Yeah.
I don't know what you say in your country.
What? Sorry, what was that? You're breaking up.
That is that the milk. The liquid one that Islam people get during the iftar.
Are you talking about a yogurt drink?
No, not the yogurt, but this the rice and all these meat items they add together and they prepare. Something like a soup.
Oh, okay.
Shorba.
Right. Okay. In Sri Lanka, we call that as nonbu kanji.
Is it with lamb or chicken, or is it vegetarian?
chicken, and they add even the meat.
Okay. It's interesting. We'll have to try it someday.
Mhm.
We'll have to come and see you
Yeah, of course.
after the lockdown. See you.
Sorry, I couldn't
We-
hear
we-
you clearly.
I said after the
in
lockdown.
Qatar we have something similar called haris.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's, I don't know if you heard that term haris.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Perhaps it's similar what she's mentioning. I'm trying to figure out, maybe it's not as thick as it is haris, but maybe it's a bit more like a soup. So
Yeah.
It sounds lovely and yummy.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. We love that.
We're going to ask Hendra now. So what's Hendra, give us a favorite food of Indonesia again.
Well, since we are different cultures, but frankly speaking, every province or every area has so-called soup. In our
Okay.
language, so-called toto. Yeah, chicken soup or something like that is every, but different spices. So
Different.
that's very rich.
Okay. Like in I mean, I'm from Pakistan, originally from Pakistan, and there we have I think it's similar to what you're saying is it's called halim, and we have all meats in there and all lentils in there, and it's healthy as well as a very popular dish of Pakistan.
I think they could be sisters, haris and halim.
Yeah. Because haris, I've heard
Sounds good. They sound great.
Well, I think that this time we're gonna be looking forward to an Eid in lockdown, so I'm quite interested.
Yes, I've got some spices, food from Indonesia, and it is the spices are so hot to eat. So, Brother Hendra, please tell me, how hot is your spices? Yours and Sri Lanka is very hot spices. Please, it's I can't compete with those spices in Qatar. In Qatar, our spices are very not very hot.
Yeah, because in Qatar your food isn't very hot. Pakistani food is very it can be hot, but I don't know in Sri Lanka is your food usually hot?
I've eaten Pakistani food. It can't compete with Sri Lanka and Indonesia.
No.
Mr. Shah, can you please continue with Ms. Faragulzar? Mr. Shah, can you please continue with Mr. Faragulzar?
Yeah.
I think she's offline.
I think Farah was waiting here. I think I can't see her here now. I think she's disappeared. She'll come back.
Yeah.
So, maybe do you like spicy?
I do. I don't like
spicy food.
I do. Spicy in a way. I like the flavors, but not the red hot too much. A little bit, tolerate a little bit, better and better, but not great. I like the blend of different flavors. Everything from, I just love to throw in the spices, weird stuff. Yeah, I love it. That's me.
I love my spices.
Yeah.
I love my spices. When I'm cooking, like warning me first that too many chilies in.
Me too. Lately, especially.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, one thing from Indonesian. We talk about spices, right? Now in Indonesian, I think 1 year ago, we developed so-called spices in level. We have 1 level until 10 level. So if you go to the restaurant, asking about how level you are, yeah, they may serve that level. I myself only 1 to 3 level. That's the maximized. But somebody asking top 10 levels. They're the spices one. We can order the noodles. We can order anything with the spices with the level. it's become common right now in Indonesia, especially for millennials like Mr. Farhan, I guess, right?
I'm at 0, please. Thank you.
So,
Ms. Trisha, can
Okay.
you please
we have
continue with
Farah.
Ms. Farah Gulzar?
Hi, Farah. How are you? How are you, Farah, today? I don't think Farah can hear me. Farah, hello.
I'm sorry I couldn't join you guys. Right now,
I think there's not a very good
in
connection
my
today.
time,
She's gone. She's coming, I think. So what time the fast here? We've got like 2 hours left till our fast breaks. So what about you, Mr.
yeah,
Farhan,
the
sir?
day was quite busy today, and I'm
got
not in
Farah.
my town at the moment. I'm out of town. That's the reason I couldn't join you earlier this day. Yes. So
Farah, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can you hear me, Farah?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Farah, I can hear
Farah,
you.
I don't think Farah can hear me. No, she can't hear me. Farah, can you hear me?
Isha, can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
You're breaking up.
I hear you, Farah.
Mara, we hear you. Do you hear us? Yes? No?
Yes, Farah,
Hello?
please you continue your conversation.
Ay.
Can she hear?
She's frozen.
Farah, how would...
Yes, actually, I am not in the home at the moment.
Okay.
We heard you a little bit.
No, I can't hear you. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah.
No, we
Yeah, I
can't
hear
hear you,
you.
Farah.
Farah, you continue your
No.
conversation.
I think the connection's gone bad.
I don't know.
Farah, please you continue your conversation. Farah,
Can you
Ms.
hear us?
Farah. Ms. Farah Gulzar, please continue your conversation.
Mr. Usama, I can't hear Farah. Can she reconnect again?
Farah Gulzar, please continue your conversation. Ms. Farah.
Okay. I think Farah's going to join us, but I don't think she can hear us very well because of the
Too bad.
connection. So yeah. So Ramadan, of course.
We are talking about Ramadan, but how about in a couple of weeks or so we have Eid coming up.
Have what?
Eid is coming up, which is the end of the fasting month.
Nice.
And it's going to be very unusual Eid because if everything is shut in a shutdown state, so
Hello.
retail
I
is
can't
shut.
hear anyone now.
The more home cooking, much more home cooking is happening here. It's what I hear in the United
Can't
States.
hear anyone.
It's like imagine.
We can see.
Mr. Farhan
No.
Sheikh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
can't
Yes, I
hear
can't see you,
you.
but it's fine. I can
Right.
hear you.
Okay.
So you can imagine imagine there's lockdown during Christmas time. It is something similar if there's a lockdown during Eid. If you can't go to shops.
Something's gone
You
wrong.
can't do shopping or buy goods. So it's going to be very unusual this time around during Eid. You heard me, Debbie, is that right?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you fine. I can see you and hear you. It's helpful.
So I thought we will have a chat. What do you think, Brother Hendra? I mean, it's like not going for shopping during Eid or before Eid.
Before what?
Yeah, so
Say that.
Debbie, actually, it is something different because we cannot go for salad for Eid together in the malls, and now we have to go salad or at home, something strange. But the good thing to do, especially for executive or workers now during the work from home, just trying to guys or understanding about Quran. So they now trying to show the capability of reading Quran and then to the other, the family itself. You can imagine if there's salah 5 times a week, 5 times a day, so they have to be as imam, that. So they have to have a better understanding about by reading Quran, by understanding Quran. It's something good also.
Ah.
I think all of
I just
Hello.
don't mind. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. We hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Now I put my headphones on.
I just add one comment, if that's okay, in response to Hendra. I think it was.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Hello.
whatever.
Hey, can
Miss-
you hear me?
Yes, we can see you too. We can hear you. Miss Farah, we can hear you and see you.
Hey.
She can't hear, I think. It looks like she can't hear.
Farah.
Yeah,
I
can tell
see you
she
now.
can't.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Is
Hi,
anyone can
Farah.
hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
Hi,
How
Farah.
you guys
Now we
doing?
hear you.
Oh, good. Thank
Hi.
you. Good. Thank you.
we're all fine. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Hendra. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm
Thank you.
good,
How are
Farah.
you?
I'm good. And Debbie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
How's everybody?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I have a problem with the internet. I'm out of town right now, so it's
Disappointing.
I'll be back in town next week for sure.
Yeah.
So it's
We'll
gonna
have to
be
meet
better.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, glad you made it
Okay.
eventually. The more you struggle, the
Yeah.
better
Thank
it
you
is.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say the more you
Let's see
struggle.
how much. How are you, Al Sheikh?
Yes, I'm okay. How are you? Everything's fine.
Alhamdulillah.
Where are you now? Allah Islam Islam. Where are you now?
Masalam, masalam.
Allah Islam. Masalam. Where are you right now, actually?
We're
Miss
travel.
Farah.
I am in Dubai. I am in Canada right now, but I am out of town. I'm in Niagara right now.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yes.
Pretty there.
Yes.
Very
My niece, she's having a birthday, so we went there to celebrate.
Lovely.
That's
Is
nice.
it
Happy
okay?
birthday.
Is it okay to travel in Canada during the COVID-19?
Yeah, it's okay to travel because if you're traveling with your family, it's safe. Other than you are interacting with other people, the strangers. So we are not doing that. We are being in family. So it's a family get together. We make sure everybody is healthy and fine. So that's how we can travel together in one truck.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
I'm sorry. I just drank in front of you. You must be fasting now.
Yes.
It
should
doesn't
do
matter.
that.
Oh, great. Different time zone. That's funny.
What time did you fast?
You should you need to send me some dates.
Well,
Yes.
virtual dates.
Yeah,
virtual dates.
virtual day.
So when you guys break the fast eventually, I have a suggestion based on what we did on Passover as Jewish people. we had a get together through Zoom. It was actually kind of nice. Yeah, it actually worked out well. It was very nice.
I know.
More interactive.
You can
spent
take
so many years in Dubai.
so take a TCEs. That's the good quality
I
dates.
took it. I took it.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's
Thank
good.
you.
I mean, if you have to be quick to take it, if you don't take it, you missed
I know
it.
it's been,
This is the good news. You don't have to go up your home.
We will.
yeah,
we
I
will
know
save
it's
it.
really good. I
I'll take
spent
it.
So,
three years in Dubai.
nice.
Yeah.
So talking about Dubai, I mean, I feel bad because they had 2022 Expo this year, and for example, Japan has the Olympics in 2020. All these events will be
Okay.
postponed, and all the sporting events have been postponed. The football leagues, the baseball leagues, the basketball, NBA, everything. So we would have billions and billions of dollars of losses all around the world in sporting
Absolutely.
industry
Yeah.
as well.
I know that, yes. I think there's
Very
going to be a
true.
huge impact on the economy. We can't even calculate that at this point. Until this COVID-19 going to be finished, then we might realize what was the economy impact toward the society. But I'm for sure that's going to be a huge impact, and
Huge
it
impact.
won't be able to cover in 1 year or 2 year. It will take almost 1 decade to cover up this thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
true. Could be.
I beat the that.
The governments
Yes,
have
because
the-
because the whole economy of this world became a jammed and nothing is happening nowhere in the world. So it's just like it's gonna be a restart for everything. So it will take us
agree.
at least 5 or 10 years. Yes,
Absolutely.
Agree.
back in a normal life. Yes.
agree.
True.
Yes.
What Miss Farah, what do you expect in aspects of taxes? And Miss Farah and Miss Debbie, do you see the rise in taxes after COVID-19, post COVID-19? You find rise in taxes in your countries to recoup the losses?
Yes, the due to the COVID-19, yes, we are increasing day by day in Canada. It's seems like kind of like now we have the parameters. You can say a testing kit, so that might be one reason that we are increasing, because before that we don't have that kits and the people not being testified. So as accordingly the people has been testified in, yes, the population or the victims are increasing on COVID-19. According to my last information, we've been up 56,000 something. So I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but no matter what, people have been really stubborn at the moment, and they try to live a normal life, but they have to understand there is nothing be normal in these days. So they have to stay home. They have to keep the distance, social distance. It's been isolated, but I know they want to just get out of the places, but trust me, that won't help you. That will take you to your death. So please be wise, be in home, keep yourself strong, because government is, if saying to keep the distance, that means they want to save you, so they are getting nothing from it. Okay, you are not doing this for the sake of the government. You have to do it for the sake of your own safety, for your family and your loved ones. So this is what I want to say from my side. Please respect the government rules and respect those limitation which the government is asking you, and please just don't be rebel. This is not the time to be being a rebel against the laws in the society. If you be alive, you can do anything. If you die, there is no tomorrow. So that's what I'm telling everybody. Has my nanny's cat. He started bugging me.
I can't.
Okay, Jim, that's it.
I
His
agree.
family.
100%.
Okay, you were alive too. So seriously, Jim. Yeah.
Sorry,
Can you just have him? Sorry.
sorry, Miss Farah. Is that a cat behind you? Cat?
It's a cat in every house.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cat.
So every person who comes next to me, I somehow see a cat. So Miss Debbie was there earlier.
Yeah,
Miss
my
Debbie's cat was there.
chewing up a toast.
So, Miss Farah, your cat.
Seriously.
Even the cats are not sure what's going on with this corona. You can imagine. You can please tell me, Miss Farah and Miss Debbie. I mean, countries which have a culture of walking dogs out. I don't have a dog, so I don't know. How do you manage a dog in COVID-19?
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
Who goes first? Sarah, you want to
I
who was it?
can't hear your voice. It's cutting down, but
I said, how would you manage if you have a dog as a pet?
okay.
How do you manage if you have a dog?
According to my understanding, I think you're talking about cats and dogs.
How would yes?
Whatever.
How would you manage them in COVID?
It's a great question. I have answered.
No, it's my nanny's cat. I have a dog, so I love dogs.
What do you do with them?
Loves cats, so
Yeah,
I'm not a cat person at all.
I don't think she can hear you.
I can tell you if that's okay.
Yes, please, Debbie. How do you manage a dog during COVID-19?
Yeah. So here's my opinion on that. I have a cat. I'm a dog and a cat person. I just don't have time to take care of a dog. My cat acts like a dog. So, serious topic though. It's not a huge issue, I don't think, because people when they go for a walk with their dog, they can socially distance. Outdoor air, which is fresh. You can wear your mask, which is very important to do, or your scarf. Whatever it is you're wearing is better than nothing. When you go outside, doing that, by the way. And, then they stay apart from each other. I went for a walk with a friend outside. We were 6 feet apart. We looked at our phones. It was fine. That's okay. Nature is great for treating depression. I'm about mental health, coach, especially helping women go from stressed out and feeling really down, good and inner peace. So it really is important. And in fact, it's spread it between human and cat. I don't know. So, we all have to be conscious that we don't know much about this. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, and Hendra, you tell me about how's the things going there?
I mean, in Indonesia,
Hendra,
right?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear your voice.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
How are
Actually,
you? How's the thing?
excuse me. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, as I mentioned before, started, so now we are, the numbers still growing, still rise up, and every province now has applying the lockdown or physical distancing started, and we have different time regarding the social distancing policy by governor. Every governor has different policy, but meaning maybe as a nation we have different answers. So, yeah. But like yes, because I live in Jakarta, the capital city, we already started almost 1.5 months ago. So now is the result is increasing. I mean, become better, especially for Jakarta. But the rest I can tell because they're just started. But the worst thing to do, I mean, the worst thing news is about because during Ramadan, our culture is everyone is back to their home, back to the village, back to their home. It's outside Jakarta, very far. Using motorcycle, using cars, and using any public transportation. But now it's public transportation cannot, it's prohibited by law. They cannot, uh, what is that, operating. So that's why they are trying to reach their home by motorcycle. It's very far, but they have to do it. And you know, the what is that, the village itself or everybody, they're already applying the lockdown itself. Meaning, if they go to their home, they're gonna have separated by others. By what is that? They have to be in 14 days so-called isolation by themselves, and government applying isolation for them. But they are also a citizen of their province, for example. So it is something interesting we cannot do at this
Right.
moment. So when we come back, we just stay in and isolated for 14 days, even but they cannot see the family. That's what happened.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, Ram, how you doing, lady?
Hello.
Okay. You tell me how about. Yes, I'm talking to yes. Yeah. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's a Siri Ram, right?
Yeah, that is my surname, and you can call me Priya. Can you hear me?
HK?
Here.
Is it okay?
Yeah, Priya.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So tell us about how the things are going there, and especially in a Muslim community during the Ramadan. Is there any difference you saw what they are going on in your society? How
Yeah,
they
that
are managing the Ramadan in your country?
it's not like the previous years.
I can hear.
Sorry, that
I'm
it's very
listening. I'm
dull
listening.
in Sri Lanka. That not like in the previous years. People, I mean, that they are not coming out from their homes, and they are celebrating. I mean that they are just doing their fasting, and they are I mean that having their iftar and everything with their families inside the home. And usually that in the previous years we can see that small shops in which they sell these sweet items, and some I mean that some fast food items. But nowadays we don't see those shops or anything in the outside. So I mean that
Okay.
and I have been telling to others that in Sri Lanka that Muslim people, they prepare a soup called nonbu kanji. I mean that is the Tamil word for that. And they even I mean that they give that even for other cultural people. And unfortunately this time we missed that.
Okay. That's good. At least people are having Ramadan, but in the even they are respecting the laws of the country. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
What is the situation in Jakarta about month of Ramadan? Andra.
Yeah. Well, Jakarta is locked down, so we can see also cars and a motorcycle everywhere because, as you know, we have so-called in our language, so-called OJEK online, meaning the motorcycle would deliver the people by mobile apps. It's still operating right now. But something interesting also like this: husband and wife, they cannot drive one cars in one motorcycle, but they can apply
Okay.
it with the other motorcycle by online. So it's something strange. So they have separated by two motorcycles. Yeah, it is
Okay.
how we apply the physical distancing between husband and wife also outside the motorcycle. Yeah. Jakarta is now we cannot do we cannot open our office, so that's why they are work from home. And of course, Jakarta is not Jakarta as before. There's no traffic jam. There is only limited people there also. They're applying physical distancing.
Okay. All right. So, yes, Aljay, tell me about Ramadan. How's the people are keeping themselves in home in Ramadan?
I mean, for Ramadan, the first thing is that all the mosques are shut, so places of worship are shut. So that's a big change for local people and Muslim people who practice going to the mosque in general. And in Ramadan is very special. There is a special prayer called Tarawih, which is also been cancelled. So we pray it at home. So that's a big change already. But in Qatar, the government departments do work 4 hours every day, and private sector work are allowed to work 6 hours. So you can actually go to your office and work, but you're advised to work from home. It all depends. If you're productive from home, why not? So post-COVID, if I find some of my staff members are productive from home more than productive from workplace, I'd rather they be at home than bring me more money than being at the office.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how productive you are in aspects of business. But Qatar is not a country where you have street food, but I'm sure there are countries like most of the countries have street food, and I'm sure they are badly hit during COVID-19.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like
Excellent.
our friend
Yes,
from
Irsha.
Miss Priya is saying that in Sri Lanka, she didn't see that food during Ramadan because most of these must be street food, a restaurant and street.
You cannot eat
shut.
anything over there. I know.
Yeah.
Not even in
No
the
more street
normal
food.
Ramadan. No, there is no. They are cooking nothing before Namazul Asr. After Asr,
Please,
they start opening the restaurant.
please tell me about Pakistan. I mean, they have street
Yes.
food. So, what happens to that? How are people managing to buy
Yes.
iftar?
Oh, it's a
If
very
you're not
bad condition in
fasting,
Pakistan.
you are in worse condition.
Yeah.
Yes, Irsha, tell us about the UK.
UK fasting has been good. Actually, it's been good. I'll talk about myself first. I've enjoyed it. It's been a different kind of Ramadan. Everyone's been off. Everyone's been home. And the mosques are, yes, closed. The mosques are closed. Apart from that, it's been a different experience, actually, a nice experience. And the restaurants don't open up anyway until later on. But we will remember this Ramadan for a very long time. It's been a very different kind of Ramadan, but it's been a nice one too. We can't complain. Allah's blessed us with all the time off. We never have time off. So
Yes.
you're at home with your family.
This is the time. Yes. This is the time
That's
that
something
we
different.
need to remember him from the bottom of our
Oh,
heart.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, exactly. So we've got
and
lots of
it's
time
the
now.
month of Ramadan, and we're going to pray for all over the world that this
Absolutely.
virus will be figured out as soon as possible. They have the antivirus or vaccination or antidote for this virus, so people can live normal life, and I can travel to Dubai and UK
Yeah.
as well.
Actually,
Of course, I love London.
you do come
How
to
can I
UK.
forget?
I was actually
I grew up in London and I spent 5 years in Dubai. So I never
Really?
been to Jakarta. I will come and see you, Indra, after this virus.
And we're
is
going.
finished.
We're also going Sri Lanka.
Why not?
Sri Lanka, yes, Sri Lanka.
Yep.
Why not? start. Yes.
And we're also going to visit you in Doha.
As well for 6
Please,
years.
please do. Please
I
come
live
for the.
almost all over the world. So
Please come and watch the FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely, inshallah, inshallah.
inshallah, we'll meet each other. This thing happening.
Personally, I was in London before the airport got locked down in Qatar.
Oh yeah.
And I had to change my flight to come because I didn't want it to go sit for 14 days of quarantine. So I heard that people are sitting for quarantine, so better come back. So I dodged that quarantine. I made it to Qatar before the quarantine started.
Yes.
So every arrival.
Yeah.
All right, I have to go. I'm sorry. It was lovely talking to you all.
Me too.
Inshallah, if possible, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay?
Inshallah.
Great.
Inshallah.
Bye.
Everybody, thank you so much. Thanks for being with
Bye-bye.
me. Thanks for tolerating me. Thank you so much. You all, God bless you and be safe.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Hi.
COVID-19.
I'm breaking up.
I can't hear you. It's hearing.
I can't. I think it's breaking up. I can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
Miss Priya, can you hear?
Yeah, I can.
Miss Priya, I'm just concerned with the countries where businesses are so connected with tourism.
Yeah.
You know, when your country is so connected with tourism, how would you cope during COVID-19?
Yeah,
it's a very difficult thing.
In Sri Lanka, we are experiencing a very worse condition with related to the economy. That as you said, Sri Lanka is a tourist spot. Not only one part of the Sri Lanka, all around the Sri Lanka is a tourist attractive places are there. So that nowadays we can see only a few number of tourists in Sri Lanka. That they have not visited recently, but they have come. They came here 2 or 3 months ago. And because of all these that lockdown, they were unable to go back to their countries. So, and even the foreigners in Sri Lanka, they are wearing masks and they are keeping social distances. And I have seen some of them are even having the self cooking, and they are cooking by themselves. So it's a very unfortunate situation for Sri Lankans and our visitors. The foreigners.
Yeah.
For Qatar Airways is one of the most important destinations. Very popular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very. I use Qatar Airways a lot.
I two friends who are very nice. They're very. I really respect them. Very nice people. Yeah. All the Sri Lankans I've met. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Debbie, but not very good, Debbie. I hear the humming background.
I hear you.
All my friends from Sri Lanka bring me tea, and all my friends from Indonesia bring me coffee.
Right.
So. But you do have some coffee in Sri Lanka and very small amounts in tea in Indonesia. Indonesia does have tea as well, brother.
No, we have that. We have.
How is farming going on? Please, how is farming going on in Sri Lanka and in Indonesia? Is the farming
now people now we are doing this home gardening.
Home gardening, yeah.
Yeah, that because that farmers can, I mean, that especially the farmers can work in the paddy fields in Sri Lanka. Government have given the freedom for the farmers to do their, I mean, cultivation and all the things related to the farming. But government also have given some facilities for the people to promote this home gardening. So we are getting the seeds freely from the government institutes. We have this Department of Agriculture. So we are getting the seeds freely, and we are, I mean, doing this home gardening, so we can produce the vegetables by our own self.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
You can hear me. Okay. Just breaking up again. I think it's iftar time in London very soon now.
It's breaking up for them too.
Breaking up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Yes. Here.
Oh, I can't hear you.
We can hear
Ishra,
you.
how are restaurants
Can you-
during Ramadan in London, for example?
Restaurants,
Takeaways, deliveries, what is going on?
hello.
Yes, Ms. Ishra, do you have takeaways, deliveries during Ramadan
Can't hear
time
you.
in London? How do you manage restaurants or do home cooking? How is it?
Are you checking? Who are you checking? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Yay.
Yes.
So can I talk for a second, or are we listening to someone else?
Please,
I have
please.
a first thing to say. So a couple of things in terms of safety and food that are just something that I learned as a health coach is if you get takeout, the hot stuff is safe because you can heat it up in your microwave if you have a microwave till it steams, and that gets rid of any germs. The cold stuff, the germs live on for 3 days. So that's not quite as safe. However, you can wash your fruits and vegetables for 20 seconds and with soap if you want. I just want to say the other thing about this whole conversation that's important is restaurants. Organically, it's important to see what's going on because different restaurants are doing different things. Curbside service is the best. There's no reason we can't do curbside service. So people need to educate their restaurant owners need to educate other businesses. I tell them when I go in there, in the car place, I tell them what to do. As a health coach, I feel like health coaches need to take over and educate people the details of how to do this truthfully. So yeah, just some education. There's a lot more people can do to prevent the spread of germs than they realize. It's not that difficult. Calling credit card over the phone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Should I keep talking?
Yes, please.
Okay. So credit card is very static. Hearing credit cards can be called over the phone. When I went to that car place yesterday, when I go into a restaurant, I just have to go in. So I didn't go in. I think I talked about this time. But it's important for people to recognize that you can tell the restaurant owner to call another restaurant owner instead of you just say, hi, how are you doing? So that can spread the word quickly. Curbside service, credit cards over the phone, outside the door, if it's a car place. If it's a restaurant outside, bring it to your car, or even just put it outside the restaurant would be even better. No distance, no worrying about germs. So you don't have to have people contact. People should be wearing masks. They should be wearing scarves if they want to protect themselves better than nothing. You're preventing the spread of germs. And people who are susceptible, if they see that their mask is not 100% foolproof, still need to socially distance. But what's happening is you're protecting the other person, especially because otherwise the germs sit in the air, and that can be dangerous. If someone comes by and breathes it in. So that's another issue. Why two are supposed to be working at the same time, especially in a garage where there's public circulation, or in a restaurant that maybe less people, employees don't let anyone in, maybe, you know. So these are big things to know.
Personally, I'm trying very hard to have home cooked food than actually ordering home cooked food.
Home cooked food, me too. My kids sometimes drive me to the restaurant. You know, desperation or my exhaustion. But you can make it safe. You can heat it up. If it's not food, you can heat it up and steam it. Then you're safe, 100%, according to the pediatrician showed that.
Yes.
Hot foods are best. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, educate other people. Help each other. When you notice something, educate in a nice, kind way. You know where they handle it. Yeah.
Regarding the COVID-19 cases, the cases in Asia or in Arabia or Asia are quite mild compared to the West, the Europe and Americas. If you see the number of, yes, the number of deaths are the numbers are very small. In Arabia, the numbers are very small. In Qatar, we have 17,000 cases in Qatar, considering the size of the country is very small. We have only just 10 plus deaths in Qatar.
Why? Why do you think that is? Why is it so different?
There is a different levels of the seriousness of COVID-19. It's mild in Asia. For example, in Indonesia, also the numbers are not as much as in Europe. Have you noticed that? If you see in Korea and Japan, the numbers are really low.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't aware.
And Korea, Japan, and Taiwan almost flattened it now.
Are they more conscious scientifically, tracing and things like that? Consistent rules that will happen, or do they have less disease? They've had less infections over the last year that lessens the severity of what people experience. Which is it? I wonder. There could be many reasons. If they're not as obese, that's true. There's a lot of obesity where I am in Wisconsin. In the United States, in general, fast foods, a lot of people have diabetes. Well, which makes them prone. Healthier lifestyle.
I agree.
Yeah. What they eat. Eat too. You never know.
I think we are going back to the future, and it's like, you know, it's in the times before we used to have home cooked food, and then we got into restaurant culture, and now we may actually go back to home cooked food again.
Great. That's what's
what do you think, here. Everybody?
Yes, here in the United States, that's what's happening for sure. People are home, otherwise they were always running around, not really connecting, just connecting on a surface level. This is better, I think, in terms of allowing ourselves to slow down in the United States, even though it's very difficult for extroverts who like to be in person. Mm-hmm. It's a new normal.
It's a new normal. It's absolutely. And also, we will be a bit reluctant to travel when the flights, when the departure lounges open up. And the only way for the tourism industries to survive is to have very competitive prices. So you're going to find a lot of competitive prices in the tourism industry to attract tourists back to their countries, like for example Sri Lanka or in Indonesia and Bali. Well, Mr. Hendra, how is Bali these days, considering the hotspot for tourists?
Bali now is as other is locked down also, and many tourists come back to their countries, and hotel also is empty. And I asked also my friend to live there, also going there, and then shop closing, and they are applying the lockdown. They have no choice about that. But one thing, Mr. Fahan also other, the important thing in economy right now is their work from home during the home laid off from their job, many job losses. Now it's increased the home food like that and sell it by online. Now it's become growing. Now it's really popular right now. And we can order any food by online with variety of food. Is coming, Sarah?
Sarah, yay, my friend. Africa. You can't hear her.
Back, Irsa.
Just like I am.
Hello.
A social worker. A great woman. Runs a special needs kid.
Hi, guys.
I'm not sure which.
Hi, guys. We've got someone joining us.
Yeah.
We got Sarah joining us from Uganda here. I think
Hi,
she's
Sarah.
coming on shortly.
Sure.
We're just waiting for her to show her face.
Yeah, she obviously can't hear us, probably.
I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah.
We're just going to wait for her to appear up on the screen
Glad I waited.
and then welcome her on board.
She probably just woke up. Who knows?
It's been lovely talking to you guys.
You too.
Same here.
I
Lovely to hear about different countries and I don't think Sarah's. We're waiting for her to come on. We'll just wait. G?
I think Miss Sarah
It's a very. Do you hear static? It's a terrible connection in some way. Yeah. So that might be the issue. We almost have to re-enter.
I can't hear you. G?
Debbie, it's like Matrix, yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is. Never met her. Yeah. She never returned my message. Honestly, she was sleeping.
Sarah seems to be disappeared somewhere.
The other day.
We'll just have to find her. We'll have to find her in one of the boxes.
I know. We'll have to. I'm not sure. No. At least I know she exists. Oh, there she is.